Hello, and on behalf of the Mindalia.com team, welcome. Today, Mabel Katz is joining us to tell us about openopono in the new era. We are talking a bit about her before starting. Mabel Katz is a writer, a public speaker, and a recognized global seminar leader. She is also a world peace ambassador. So let's not delay these any further, and let's say welcome to Mabel Katz. Hello, Mabel. How are you?
Fine. How are you, Dalai? It's a pleasure to be here with you.
It's a pleasure for me being here with you as well, Mabel. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us. And I don't want to waste your time, so whenever you want, you can start with this dialogue.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So welcome, everybody. It's really a pleasure to be here with you. I'm so glad you joined us. And I don't know how many of you have heard of Ho'oponopono, but Ho'oponopono is a very ancient Hawaiian art of problem solving that tells us that actually there is nobody out there doing anything to us. And what better way to enter the new era that we are about to start living. It's really, we are creating a new world. And one of the most important things is to take 100% responsibility. You know, it is about knowing that everything is up to us, that everything is inside of us. So when I found out that I was 100% responsible, actually I felt free for the first time in my life, because I said, oh, I created it, I can change it. Yes, because we are always trying, to find who to blame, who is guilty, from all our problems. Actually, what brought me to Ho'oponopono was that I wasn't happy in my personal life. I was never, trying to change careers because I have 2 university degrees. I'm a CPA and licensed in business administration. And it was very successful, both in Argentina, where I'm from, and here in US, where I live now. So I thought that my professional life was actually working, and but I was looking for peace and happiness in my personal life because I had everything that a person thinks it needs to be happy, but I wasn't. And one of the things, as I was telling you, that brought me to Ho'oponopono is that in my search for happiness and peace, I noticed in things that I did that there was a lot of blaming. I mean, it was about, a lot of drama. Yes, I didn't buy into the drama and finding who I could blame. And actually, when I realized that I was 100% responsible, I thought, oh, I created it, I can change it. And I felt free for the first time in my life. So Ho'oponopono is about that everything is just the monitor or it's just the screen. You know, when you go to the movie theaters and, the movie is on the screen. And Dalai, question, because the gardeners are here. Good timing. But can you hear okay? Or I should put my headphones?
I think for the
Can you hear?
moment, everything is okay. There's
Okay,
no
well, you let
much
me
noise.
know. You let me know.
Right,
Thank you.
okay, don't worry.
I mean, great timing for them to be here. Okay, so anyway, thank you. So I did a lot of things in my search, but I thought there has to be an easier and faster way. Yes, again, I didn't buy into the drama or going to have to relieve and suffer, and cry and tell people, what a victim I am. Yes, that victim mentality, it is really a problem. That victim mentality that somehow, again, is about the blaming and the complaining or trying to manipulate or things like that, or the payoff. People don't. Osho, I love when Osho said, why we don't let go of makes us miserable. Yes, why is so hard to let go of what makes us miserable? And he said, because if you let go of what makes you miserable, you also have to let go of the payoff. And you will tell me that you don't have any payoff, any benefits from playing victim. but you actually do. We don't do it consciously. Sure, I'm gonna play this, so I'm gonna get that, but I feel sometimes that we stay in the terrible twos, when we learn that if we cried, or make kind of a tantrum, we would get what we wanted. And really, I have a great example. I mean, it was shocking, but I remember many years ago, I was giving a seminar in Monterrey, in Mexico, and one woman raised her hand and she says, Mabel, I just realized I'm not going to play cancer anymore, because I realized that even if I don't have cancer, my kids will call me, my kids will take care of me, my kids will care. Yes. So sometimes, again, we don't do it consciously, but maybe there is a payoff, that's something that we do and we think we are going to get what we want, or we get it, but we get it in kind of in the wrong way. Yes. Or the hard way. So anyway, I did a lot of things, and I always say there has to be an easier and faster way. I found it in Ho'oponopono, and I just want you to know that Ho'oponopono evolved. And the more, right now, I've been telling people, because I've been traveling kind of non-stop for 10 years and presenting the Ho'oponopono and my zero frequency trainings around the world for many, many years. And when all this happened, I thought, I think we've been planting seeds, we've been preparing for what it was coming. I kept telling people, things are going to happen, we need to be ready. And now my people asked me, they said, but Mabel, when you told us that, did you know? And he said, no, I didn't know. So, but I think we were preparing for this. Ho'oponopono is been evolving with us. Ho'oponopono is not now what it was when I took my first training in July of 1997 in Omaha, Nebraska. So my journey with Ho'oponopono even is a long journey. And we always say Ho'oponopono has to be practiced 24 hours a day. Why? Because everything is just replay memories in our subconscious mind. Everybody's talking about the subconscious mind. The problems are the memories in the subconscious mind, yes? And I found the easiest way to work on the subconscious mind, on these memories replaying. It is Ho'oponopono. So like I said, it's been evolving. Because when I learned Ho'oponopono, we also had to do it 24 hours a day. But we had to repeat a very long sentence, and we also had to make mental list of the things that we were cleaning with, or we thought that we were cleaning. Ho'oponopono is about erasing memory, so we call it cleaning, erasing, transmuting. So, and then that was replaced for example, dewdrop. That the first easy Ho'oponopono tool that my teacher, Dr. Ihaliaka Lakyulen, received was actually dewdrop. And at that time, we were always the same reviewers every time, I used to take this training at least once a month. I would look at my teacher's calendar and go. And again, not because I was planning to teach anything or change careers, but you know why? Because it gave me so much peace every time that I sat there. Every time that I could re-listen, to this, because it's all about unlearning to be able to relearn. So every time that I could listen to this information, it was going deeper. I found myself much more at peace, happier. I noticed I changed my perception of things, of problems, because the problems are neutral. Problems are not the problem. The problem is our reaction to the problem. That is the problem. Yes, it's our resisting, because what you resist persists. We keep talking about problems. We are always worrying about them. Again, we are always resisting. We are never present. Yes, so Ho'oponopono brings you back to present. So going back, the first Ho'oponopono easy tool that my teacher got was dewdrop. And because we were always, Ho'oponopono was not famous yet. And we were always, like I said, the same reviewers in every training. The trainings were done only in US. And we would travel and find each other. So it was like this big Ho'oponopono family. And when Ihaliakala got the dewdrop tool that we only had to say dewdrop, we would email each other and says, he said only we have to say dewdrop. Yeah, he is. So then it came the thank you and the I love you. Then Joe Vitale interpreted Ho'oponopono as 4 phrases that I'm sure you all know. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. But when my teacher got the thank you and the I love you, he got it to replace what we were doing. Ho'oponopono, really, it is about 100% responsibility, as I was telling you, and it is about, I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever is in me that is creating this. So when you say thank you, it's a passcode. It is like when you work with a computer. Yes, you can talk to the monitor all you want, but the monitor cannot do anything. And the monitor is actually showing you what is inside. Yes, or the programs that you have downloaded, beliefs, opinions, judgments. So you only have 2 choices. Yes, so you can't keep trying to change the monitor, or you can press the delete key. So the thank you and the I love you, the dewdrop, it came to press the delete key. So what you do when you do Ho'oponopono, you come back to present. That is so needed right now. We cannot be worrying. We cannot be buying into the fear or anything. We have to connect with ourselves. We have to align. We have to find our center. And a simple thank you, a simple I love you can bring you to this present moment and could align you to that divinity inside of you. For example, I was not a believer, but I became a believer because of Ho'oponopono, because I started with letting go and trust. Okay, I'm going to let go and trust. And even today, if I have a scary situation or something that really worries me, I just go with, I let go and trust, I let go and trust, I let go and trust, knowing that I am not alone and that I don't have to do it alone. See, we have to realize we have to become more humble and realize, yes, that we don't know, but there is a part of us. I found God inside of me. Yes, so yeah, I became a believer. I became a believer of
Is
myself, knowing
Ho'oponopono
that everything that I
compatible with
need is
any
inside.
religion?
So all of these, Ho'oponopono helped me to change careers that it wasn't the plan. But for example, in the beginning, my family situation changed because of Ho'oponopono, but also, my career in that moment, I always work as an employee. And because of Ho'oponopono, I said, oh, I'm going to start my own practice. Crazy. I was going through a divorce. I needed stability. And now I go to create my own practice. Well, my own practice really flourished. Working from everywhere, people were paying. And that's what allowed me to travel so much with Dr. Ihaliakala. Like I said, I would take a training at least once a month. I would pick, each month where I was going. Plus, I started organizing for him and traveling. But the most important thing is knowing that every time that we sat for a seminar, things started happening. Every time that you listen to this and you remind yourself of the power inside of you, when you remind yourself that all you need, again, is inside of you, that you just need to connect. And in this new era, this is basic, it's spirituality one-on-one. It is about being present. It is about becoming that observer that you are. And a simple thank you and a simple I love you, again, brings you to this, or I let go and trust, or I'm not going to worry. I have a story that I always said about money, and I know many of you might be interested in that, where when I let go of my profession, my stable profession, and decided just to follow my passion, doing what I'm doing now, I had some income that was coming that gave me the possibility of having all the employees that I had. But when this income kind of disappeared, yes, I had to kind of worry a little bit of how I was going to be able to pay all these people that I was already paying. So yes, I went into the worry, sure. And my logical mind told me, oh, you will have to go back to preparing taxes. But you know what? Another thought came. Maybe I did. I said thank you to that voice. Yeah, thank you, but I'm busy. And the other thought came and said, hey, God knows why I'm here. He knows how much I need and when. I'm not going to worry. And I'm not going to worry became a tool for me also to come back to present. So again, when you are present, there is nothing you need to worry about because you are one with the universe, one with divinity, the way you understand it, a more intelligent mind than yours. And that has all the solutions for you, that can give you that multi-million-dollar idea, that can take care of you. A lot of our worries is because we think we are alone. Yeah, so we need to go back to being children again. So the new era is about being ourselves. It is about trusting ourselves, loving ourselves, accepting ourselves just the way we are. And believe me, when you are yourself, there is nothing else that you need to really worry. When I realized I was going to become an official teacher, that I was going to teach, when I asked permission and I got the okay to teach by myself, um, um, I told Dr. Ihaliakala, well, I'm going to go and take classes, yes, because I'm an accountant. I don't know anything about public speaking. And he said, no, all you have to be is yourself. If you do the courses, they will take all your naturality. So this is what I have for you. This is your time. This is your time to be yourself, to learn to accept yourself, to stop listening to what other people think you should be doing or how you should be doing it, to follow your heart. We have to really lower, to check with our bodies more of how it feels and go with what it feels right, not what it is right, what we learn that is right. We have to get out of this programming. We need to be ourselves, and trust again what feels right. We do have to forgive, because if we don't forgive, we hurt ourselves. Really, to this new era, we cannot bring the garbage anymore. We cannot bring, our grudges and our resentments and this and that. This is a new era we are entering, and this is our possibility of starting with a blank slate. This is our opportunity. Ho'oponopono can help us to go through it, to go through everything that we have to go through, to get there. And it can help us in all the transitions and everything. Because if you trust, you will not believe your life. So it is about trusting. It is about being in the eye of the hurricane without worrying so much. Without trying to understand. No, I have to get into it. So because I need to know, I need to understand. There is nothing you need to understand, and your intellect will never understand anyway. Yeah. So please just let go, be yourself again, be a child again, and know that you are not alone. And let go of the past, because you will not be able to carry your heavy suitcase with you anymore. That's it. Yes, this is your opportunity to really let go. Say thank you to everything. Thank you to what you like and what you don't like, because you know what? There are more gifts and more blessings in what you don't like, yes, in the adversities, than in the things that is easy to say thank you. Now, let me make sure I'm clear. When we say thank you in Ho'oponopono, we don't need to feel it. And I don't need to think of the problem, because I just want to be blank. I just want to be no mind. I want just to be able to see how God sees, not how I see through my programs and my perceptions of, how things should be, or what I learn, my beliefs and judgments. Yes. So the idea is, thank you in Ho'oponopono, like I said, is pressing the delete key. And when you press the delete key, you don't need to feel, like pressing the delete key. You just press it, yes? So, you know, Ho'oponopono, it could be thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Whatever stops the replay. Yes, whatever stops the chattering, you know, the stories or things like that. So again, you can come more from inspiration. You can connect with another antenna of yours. You can change stations. In that moment, you can say, thank you, but I'm busy. Yes. Or you can say, I change stations. Yes. Or you can say, thank you and I love you, or whatever works for you, or I let go and trust, or I'm not going to worry. What is it that will work for you, that will bring you back to this present moment, that you can be one with the universe, that you can be, that you can allow to be guided and protected. Yeah, that you can allow inspiration to come more into your life. So really, Ho'oponopono is definitely not the only one, but one of the main tools for us for this new era, for everything that is happening, because whatever gets erased from you, it gets erased from our family, relatives, and ancestors. And as we know now, you know, through DNA studies and things, we are all one, we are all family, and we are really in this together. So the idea is, if you really want to help, if you really want to make a difference, really, you know, it is about you doing it. And whatever gets erased from you, it gets erased from everybody. You wouldn't believe the things that you can avoid from coming, the things that are not going to happen just because you clean. Yes, because you took responsibility, because you decided to believe in yourself and be yourself, be happy. For me, a perfect world would be one that we all do what we love, you know, that we are passionate about what we love. And that's why maybe you have to stop looking for jobs, yes, and starting connecting what is it that you will do even if you don't get paid. Yeah, because believe me, if you do that, you are gonna get paid. If you do that, you know, money follows love, so you will not have to worry about money or anything, or the resources or what you need. It's just gonna come to you. So I am open for questions, or if anything that I can make more clear the line.
Of course, Mabel, thank you very much one more time for sharing all this knowledge with us and your time, of course. This has been very interesting information, and now, if you agree, we are starting to incorporate into our conversation some questions from the people watching us. Let's
Please,
start with
please.
Fiorella Cárdenas. This is a Spanish question, so I'm reading it in Spanish, and after that, I'm translating it to English. Te
Perfect.
dice Fiorella Cárdenas. Aloha Mahalo Mabel, desde Perú. Hace más de 3 años que practico Ho'oponopono. Me siento más en el presente y con paz, pero sin embargo llevo unos meses en los que el ego se interpone y dejo de confiar. ¿Qué me aconsejas decir o hacer? Muchísimas gracias. So in English now, I have been practicing Ho'oponopono for more than 3 years and I feel more present and in peace. However, ego got in the way a few months ago and I stopped trusting. What do you advise me to say or to do? Thank you very much.
Okay, so we all have our ups and downs. And I always tell you guys, we have to keep letting go and trusting. The trusting part is very important here, especially if you want to see results, okay? Sometimes things don't go the way you expected, but you have to let go of expectations. You cannot do this with expectations. You don't know what is right. You don't know where it's going to come from. So the idea is that you become a child again. You don't judge things. You are not, you know, with your watch, you know, looking, nothing is happening. You keep letting go and trusting. No matter what happens, you let go and trust. And then you will not believe your life. So like I said before, you say thank you to when things don't work the way you expected or you wanted. You say thank you because there is a blessing behind and you have to trust. The trusting is important. The expectations are also replay memories. You just say thank you, but I'm busy. And you keep going, knowing in your heart that whatever is happening is perfect and right, and there are some blessings for you. So trusting, trusting, trusting. And trusting is like a muscle. You have to practice, you know? So the more that you practice, the more that you love it, the more natural it becomes.
Thank you very much, Mabel. Let's continue with another question. For example, Jose from Mexico, he says, how to teach Ho'oponopono to our children from an early age so that they grow up in a conscious way? That's a very good question.
Yes. Well, the kids know it. You know, the children that come to my trainings, I mean, they get it right away. They understand it at another level. You know, it's not something that we need to really force it, but they are also observing us. You know, they don't listen to us, so as they observe us, they will learn from us of what we practice. Yes. So the more that we practice, the more possibilities, but the children know it. So it is about telling children that everything is a blessing, even if it doesn't look like, that they can always say thank you. They can always hold God's hand, knowing that they are never alone, and things like that, and to the fear or whatever, and making them humans. We all have fear, and it's okay, but we don't give the control to the fear. So knowing who we are, and I think very important, allowing them to share with you, because they know a lot, and we have to allow them to share with us what they see, what they hear, what they know, what they feel, so that they can communicate with us, so we can learn. They are our teachers, actually. So it's more of learning from them than us teaching them.
Let's continue, Mabel, with Carla from Argentina. She says, does Ho'oponopono help to cure physical diseases?
Okay, so physical diseases is just memories too. The only thing is we cannot do it with expectation. It's not like I can say, oh, you are going to heal from that. I have a lot of people that heal, but it depends if you trust or not. It's so personal. It depends if you believe or not. It depends if how much you practice, yes? Because it's about practicing and not worrying, yeah? Because we always say, oh, yeah, I practice. Oh, I let go. Yeah, but we don't trust, yes? So we still worry about it or things like that. So it's very personal. If you believe it can heal, it will heal, because that's where your power is. It's in your beliefs. It's your if you, again, like I said before, if you trust or not, because God can heal anything, but are we going to allow it? Are we going to trust?
I loved that phrase. That's where your power is. So anything you believe can be possible. So let's continue now with Angela de la Paz. She's writing us from the United States, and she says, is Ho'oponopono just about saying I let go and I trust, and about saying I am sorry, forgive me, thank you, and I love you? Or what more should we do for practicing it?
Okay, so like I said before, it's what feels right to you. Some people have the 4 phrases incorporated. The I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. That's actually Joe Vitale. That's not Dr. Ihaliaka Lajulen, no Morna. Okay, so, but a lot of you try it and it works. Like a lot of my students use I let go and trust, and it works. So what is it it resonates with you? What is it that will stop, again, the chattering, that it will stop the worrying, yes? So that you are not in the past, that you are not in the future, and you can be present, that you can keep letting go. What will help you? I mentioned Dewdrop too, that it was really the very first, even before Thank You and I Love You, tools that Ihaliaka got as ways of doing Ho'oponopono 24 hours a day. So the idea is that you trust yourself, and what is it that resonates with you, that it says, this is what works for me. Stop trying to understand the tools, or finding the meaning, why we say this, why we say that. And especially in these times, that time is going so fast, that so many things are happening, that we cannot afford not to trust right now, yes? So just do it. Ho'oponopono is about just doing it, not trying to understand, or this, or am I doing it right, or this is the right way. Just do it. You have to trust yourself and the way that it works for you.
So, Mabel, if I understood, Ho'oponopono is about taking action right now, isn't it?
Well, some people think the other way around. Some people think, oh, so I stay home and I just say thank you and that's it. Some people feel it's doing nothing. But Ho'oponopono is doing a lot, okay? Because it's allowing God to do it, not us, yes? It's becoming more humble, like I said, and not so arrogant, thinking that we are going to do it, yes? So when are we going to get that, yes? So the idea is we want to do it God's way, not our way. So Ho'oponopono is doing a lot because it's getting totally out of your comfort zone, yes? Believing and trusting something that you cannot see, you cannot hear maybe, or yes, but that it really works. Yes, it's connecting to a mind more intelligent than yours. That mind that is more intelligent than yours might inspire you to take action, or maybe not to take action, because maybe not taking action is the right thing for you right now. Yes. Maybe that inspiration that will come because you let go and you are allowing and giving permission, maybe it will inspire you to talk, or maybe it will inspire you to keep your mouth shut, yes, and getting into less trouble. So Ho'oponopono is about speaking from inspiration, acting from inspiration, but it has nothing to do with really speaking or really acting. There are times that it's better to keep your mouth shut or not to act, yes, but we want to do it more God's way than our way.
Mabel, 2 minutes ago you were talking about God, and we've got another very interesting question. He's John from the United States, and he says, is Ho'oponopono compatible with any religion?
Oh, definitely. Thank you for the question. I love that question. So Ho'oponopono doesn't go against any religion. That's definitely, yes. It will find, for example, I have an experience in UK where I have Muslims, and actually the Muslims were kind of agreeing with everything that I was saying, but a Christian lady was kind of, challenging me of where I got that information, that I was sharing, and I said, and I would say, I don't know. So at one point she says, well, but everything that you're saying is in the scriptures. And she would recite the scripture after I would, give any kind of information or made any comments. And then the Muslim says, but that's in the Quran. Yes. And they would recite the Quran. So definitely we are all talking about the same thing. But the difference between spirituality and religion it is a big difference. Yes, spirituality gives the power back to us. Yes, the power is inside of you. Everything that you need is inside of you. It makes us all family. Yes, and it brings peace. Maybe a little bit different of what religion does. Yes, but we are all talking about the same thing, and definitely Ho'oponopono is not religion. It is actually it's a spirituality, and we are spirit. So it's coming back to us.
Lucia Calais from Facebook, she says, well, I'm reading it in Spanish first. Últimamente tengo problemas con el agua y la electricidad. ¿Tiene esto algún significado en el mundo real o el de los sueños que tú conozcas, Mabel? I have problems with water and electricity recently. I need to know the meaning of that. Do you know something about this?
So first, you don't need to understand it or something. I would really laugh about it. Like, I would say, ha, 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 I don't have water, or I don't have electricity, or the electricity. There are a lot of things happening right now. And some people are more sensitive than others, or could affect certain things more than others. So I would really laugh about it and said, oh, wonderful, because maybe instead of happening to you, and adjusting you, it is adjusting the environment that you are in, because we are all going through some adjustments right now to go into the new era. So just welcome them and just know that they are blessings in disguise, and just laugh about it. Ha, 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha. That's it.
So,
That's all
so
you have to
that
do.
you are not, I always tell people, unless ha 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 ha, you are at least you are breathing, yes, because the first thing, oh, the water went, oh, the electricity is not working, and what you do, you stop breathing, yes, the first thing. The other thing is that brings you to present, yes, you cannot breathe for the future or the past, so you're present. So it's observing. We have to become observers and not engaging, not identifying with the problems, not buying. Don't buy anymore. So just observe and know that you will have what you need when you need it. Just in your heart, you have to know that.
I am definitely keeping that advice, saying ha 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 ha, whatever it happens. So, Mabel, let's continue with Path Marshall. She is asking from the United States as well, and she says, how was Ho'oponopono created? What does it need to be studied to give therapies by using it?
Sorry, how they started and the second part?
I'm sorry, I'm reading it again. First part, how was Ho'oponopono created and what do you need to study for giving therapies using it?
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so my teacher, Dr. Ihaliakala, used to say that Ho'oponopono came from other galaxies. And actually, I had that on my website, and one day I decided I said, I'm not going to put that anymore because, people will think that we are really crazy, yes? But in a spiritual trip that we did to Mount Shasta, in some of the meditations that we did there, we got amazing information. And one of the information was because one of the participants went to the Pleiades and he found a place where everything worked, where everything was harmony, beautiful. So perfect, let's put it that way. So he asked, how did you get to this perfection, And they said, oh, because of Ho'oponopono. But they said, but we are not the ones that created it. But we are the ones that taught it to the Hawaiians. So this is what really the first Hawaiians, the Hawaiians, the first Hawaiians that inhabited Hawaii that practice. Like right now, people think that you go to Hawaii and everybody is into Ho'oponopono and nobody heard of it. Yes. So nobody, but most people don't know Ho'oponopono in Hawaii. So this is very ancient and definitely comes from other galaxies, okay? So this is an opportunity for us to create a perfect world. Actually, there is no doubt, okay? No doubt in right now with everything that we are living, I am telling you, this is one of the passages, to do it. As a therapist, I would really recommend. First of all, therapists need to know that the problem is not in their patients or their clients, it is in them. So when you know that everybody is just the monitor and is coming to give you one more chance, yes, a Ho'oponopono, the word means how to correct an error. So everything in our life are errors. And everybody that comes into our life is because of an error that we made in the past, yes? Everything is consequences. So if you can share, first of all, taking that responsibility, you are going to help your patients tremendously, okay? Cleaning in you. So whatever is in me, I'm sorry, yes, but you don't need to even know. You just have to realize that there is something inside of you. That's why this person comes to you. But how you can share it is, you tell people, you say thank you to everything because everything is a blessing in disguise. Everything is perfect. It's showing the other cheek, the cheek of love instead of resisting. So many things that you can explain, letting go of the past, that so so important to live in the present, that the present is all we have, so nothing to worry about, etc., etc. So there are many, many ways, and you can tell people, just say thank you, just say I love you, just let go and trust.
Mabel, let's answer just one question more. A few seconds ago, you were talking about other galaxies, and Lucia Cavazos Garza is asking you, is saying, I would like to know Mabel's opinion about aliens and everything that is going up. No, and everything that is happening now with the pandemic, and a lot of people talking now about aliens, and she wants to know your opinion.
Well, I totally believe in aliens. I was not in my beginnings, when I always tell you guys, I did a lot of things, till I got to Ho'oponopono. I did some work with Pleiadians, and people that channel them and everything. So I know in my heart that we've been helped, with these transitions that we are going, but that because of free choice and because they cannot intervene, is a work that we have to do, but we do have help. And definitely, yes, I believe that there are good and bad. And, Dr. Ihaliakala one day told me, I don't know how you guys go out to the streets without cleaning. Because right now it's like a Star Wars and you guys go out and don't clean. He was very upset. And I look at him and I said, we are ignorant. We don't know. So, well, all I can tell you is that now I understand it. And now I'm telling you, there is a Star Wars. And the future of the planet depends on us too. We cannot sit and wait because there is nobody coming to save us. It is about us saving ourselves. But we do have, and that the new era means to be able to connect with other races and being able to travel through galaxies and everything, that will be available to the ones that we choose freedom instead of slavery, the ones that we wake up. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people asleep yet, but we do what we can, yes?
Mabel, one more time, thank you a lot for accompanying us, for sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you very much, dear Mindalia friends, for your patience, because we are not English, but we try to do it our best for sharing all this information with you. Well, Mabel, you've got a brilliant English. And of course, of course, I want you to know about the people watching us. They have been watching us from different countries like Spain, Argentina, the United States, Costa Rica, Peru, Mexico. So thank you very much. And of course, I'm giving you a few seconds to say goodbye, or just if you want to share some final thoughts with us.
Yes, just be yourself. Be a child again. Love yourself. Believe in yourself and follow your heart. Really follow. Ask your body. Your body knows. Just let go of this. Okay. Thank you, but I'm busy. Okay, and keep going. Trust. This is our time. This is our possibility. Our dreams really can come true, but it depends on the decisions that we make. Moment by moment. Thank you.
Well, it's time for me to say goodbye. It has been a pleasure being here and sharing all this space with you and of course with Mabel. But before saying goodbye, I want you to remember that you can join us through YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, VK and Faun Live. And I want you to know that you can enjoy all our content in our radio, Mindalia Radio, 24 hours of conscious content. You can find this in our website, www.mindaliaradio.com. Something more I have to say. We also want to remind you that Mindalia.com is a non-profit organization, and you can collaborate with us by liking our content, leaving us a positive comment, subscribing to our channel or different platforms, and of course, sharing this video with someone else. Finally, you can also donate through a link you will find in our website, www.mindalia.com. By doing so, you help us keep creating more content like the one you enjoyed with us today and with Mabel. So, having said that and feeling really, really grateful, I am ready to say goodbye for now until a next Mindalia live streaming. Thank you very much, and I really hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.